All right, so there's a lot of storms this week, so this video might be compiled from little bits here and there throughout the week as I could get some work done. I got this thing set up and immediately it started raining, but it just seemed to clear up for a little bit, so I'm going to try to get to work on the wooden structure to hold the grab bar and the Yeti cooler and the Yeti bucket. So this is actually the very plug boat that was built in Isla Mirada years ago by Gheenoe Baker and Chris Morjan. They built this hull from scratch, from drawings. They built this boat. This is handcrafted from scratch. This is the plug boat that they used to create it, water tested, and eventually made a mold. And that is the modern day Matecumbe 180. But this is the original hand built, hand laid prototype Matecumbe 180. So I got to run that boat this weekend. It was awesome. I had a blast. Super excited. It's got to be super excited to get this boat on the water, the Banana River Skiff. We should be starting a new Matecumbe 169 build, hopefully this week, maybe next. All the gel coat and materials were already ordered. We're gonna start laying up in the mold, and I will bring you guys along for that journey. That is gonna be a custom skiff built from start to finish, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun on that boat on this channel. But meanwhile, I want to get this one, the Banana River Skiff, water ready, because I love this boat. There's a lot of history. It's got a lot of character and culture built into it. Really want to get this thing on the water and have a blast. I know it's going to be a fun boat to rip around the lagoon and ponds and ditches in. Make sure you guys subscribe to see that entire journey and the journey of building a brand new Matecumbe 169 from start to finish. Those videos will come soon, shortly after. And a quick update on the Gheenoe build, or Riverhawk build, whatever you want to call it. But now that we have a lot of rain, the river is flowing, so I'm going to go ahead and get that boat water ready as well to go and float the river. This video is not sponsored, but I am a Falcon Tires ambassador, and I have been since 2020. I really want to thank them for supporting this channel. I just re-signed my contract with them recently, and they came back on board again to keep supporting this channel and helping me get more videos out there and stay on the road with some fresh Wild Peaks AT4s. Back when COVID happened, I had actually designed a 15-foot technical poling skiff myself, and I named it the Fisher 15 when I drew it after my son Levi Fisher. Here he is. This is Levi Fisher.
This is Finny.
This is Finny, also known as Finn Asher, because he's a finisher, right? Yeah. So we got Levi Fisher, Finn Asher. That's another reason why I fell in love with the skiff, because it is a 15-foot skiff. For whatever reason, in 2020, when the pandemic was happening and everything was going on, I felt compelled to draw and design my own skiff. And it was kind of based on a lot of the stuff that I had learned from poling skiffs throughout the years. So yeah, I designed a skiff that I wanted to name the Fisher 15. So I might go ahead and just name this the Fisher skiff after Levi Fisher. I'm back at it again now. Can't seem to get this motor running. It's giving me a hard time getting fuel to the motor, and then like it's not really going through the hoses, through the fittings. So I had to buy a new fuel line with fittings for the line to the tank, and I'm hoping one of the other fittings fits the outboard, because the ones that I found do not. So I gotta try to find a way to get this thing to get fuel into the motor. And then when I finally got fuel into the motor, the carburetor seemed to be spewing out fuel from the bottom of the carb. So I tried looking on boats.net to find a carburetor rebuild kit, and I can't seem to figure it out. It's one of the most confusing puzzles I've looked at. I used the serial number for this outboard to try to find it. I found a part number on the carburetor itself, and I'm just having a hard time finding out which rebuild kit is the one that I actually need. So I managed to find one on Amazon. I don't know if it's the right one or not, but it's what kept coming up. It was the one that gave me any indication that it might be the right one. So I went ahead and I got that. I bought a spark plug wrench or socket set to be able to pull the plugs on this thing, and hopefully I can get it running. This little $30-something shop vac from Harbor Freight is a workhorse. So Harbor Freight, if you're watching this, get at me. I need to go ahead and probably gonna try to build this wooden little structure to hold the grab bar, cooler, and Yeti bucket now. I already took the measurements. I got some scrap pieces of wood, and I'm just gonna go ahead and mount this on here. I don't care to make this very pretty right now. I just want to get the boat water ready so I could get out and fish it for a little bit while my new Matacumbe gets built. And then once that boat is built and done, then I will take this boat to the shop and either make a mold off of it and pull myself a new one, or I will then go ahead and build this one out. But for now, I just need to get this thing water ready that I could fish it until the new skiff is built. I'm gonna go ahead, put these woods back there. That's where they were. That's about where they were before. I'm gonna put one in each on the outside and measure from here to there and put two, what is that, 2x3s across to attach the grab bar to it. And then I'm gonna through bolt this using the existing holes that it has right here and right here to attach that brace to these center things. That will raise the grab bar and the cooler up, you know, 1.5 inches or 2, but that should be fine. This is again just temporary, so I'll be fine with it just like that. There's one. And there's two. This wood is stained and it has a bunch of staples because this came out of Outboard's podcast studio. He had a mobile podcast studio, and when he moved up, when he first moved away, he utilized that trailer that he had as his podcast studio to move. So he ripped out everything, and he actually gave me a bunch of the wood that he had inside to build his set. And I've been repurposing it ever since. So got a little piece of Outboard's podcast studio going into this boat. So this is pretty much what it's gonna look like, more or less. It'll allow me to remove this from these two and drill it on top to that. It's nothing fancy, nothing pretty, but it will get the job done meanwhile. So I'm just really curious to see how this boat handles and does out there on the flats. If you can see, cooler will go right here, strapped down to these eyelets, straight down with a Haas strap. Bucket will go here, tied down with these. Grab bar hopefully will fit nicely right on top of this wood bar and be good to go. I'm running out of daylight, so I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of mock it up with some drywall screws for now and make sure the measurements are right and everything functions, and then I'll go ahead and swap out the hardware for stronger, longer, you know, zinc screws that won't rust out in a week. And right now that's looking pretty good. I can't put the grab bar too far forward because the cooler won't open. This needs to have enough clearance for the lid to open. So I need to have a little bit more of a gap between the cooler and the grab bar than the bucket. The bucket could go right up against it without any problems. So let's go ahead and see. But this is the setup right here. Grab bar, Yeti for storage, Yeti bucket for storage, Yeti cooler for drinks, and my chair, and a chair for my passenger. Might go ahead and put my motor guide XI3 on the bow of this thing. Not sure. I've had it brand new and I've never used it, but I might go ahead and just slap it on here and finally put it to work. It is getting dark really quick, so looks like I'm not going to get this boat in the water for its maiden voyage, but I did get the Gheenoe in the water for its maiden voyage, so check this out. One handle, that's it. All right, so here we have it. We're gonna launch the Gheenoe right now, Riverhawk, whatever you want to call it, and see how it handles with both Josh and I, which are not, we're not very small guys.
Big old biggin in the house.
Big backs.
Big boy.
Oh, you floating away from me now.
I've got it tied off to a stake, bro. You like that?
The anchor, I love that anchor. There was a roller out there. Oh, I lost them. I sat down and I didn't get a good strip set. He was right there, dude. I had seen him too. Nah.
Tell me when you're ready to go. Say forward, left, right.
I said go forward slightly.